All right, so what was the question?
Tan A equals
10 what?
10A equals
Negative 4/3.
cosine Z.
Sorry, let me write down -4/3 like this. There's a reason why I write like that. Which
What are we?
which quadrant is this?
2.
Okay, quadrant what?
2.
Quadrant 2?
Yeah, and then the other one says cosine B equals -2/3. Quadrant 3.
Okay, so what are the questions asking?
Cosine A plus B. Sine A minus B. And then cosine 2A.
Okay. So the hardest part in this part is actually the only part that's important is to write down the quadrant for the A. So A is in the second quadrant, so it's gonna be right here, and this is gonna be A, and this is gonna be 4, and this is gonna be 3. Which one need to be negative? 3 is need to be negative, so this is 5. Hypotenuse is always positive. Is that okay? Now, I'm gonna do green. So this is a B. Is it quadrant 3? So quadrant 3, in this case, 3 is a positive. -2 is negative. Is that okay? And this one's square root 5. Is that okay? We good? Okay. Then all we gotta do is follow this. All you gotta do is follow this. Cosine, cosine, sine, sine. And that's gonna be AB, AB, negative. So what is cosine of A? So cosine of A is -3/5, right? Is that okay? Yeah.
Isn't the square root of 5 be negative?
Square root of 5 is negative. You're right. Thank you. Good catch. And the cosine of B is what? What is cosine of B? -2/3 minus sine of A is what? And sine of B? Negative what? -5/3. Is that okay? So that's going to be 6/15 minus 15 minus plus 4 square root 3. 4 square root 5, and that's the final answer, right? Is this right or no? Double check your work. Is it right or no?
So we just leave it as 2 different things?
Do you need a combine? You can combine if you want. 6 plus 4 square root 15.
But I'm
Over
talking about
15.
like the text.
You gotta leave it like that.
Okay.
Well, both answers are right.
Both answers are right.
That's true. Why would you combine? Like, is there any point?
If they have same denominator, you should combine it. Because what if you get something can simplify? In this case, none, but
Is there an example?
maybe. I don't know. I cannot tell you which number is it. Any question could be different.
Wait, Mr.
Uh-huh.
I thought minus like 6 minus.
It's a did you get minus sign to begin with?
That's not. That's.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. 4/5. Negative square root of 5/3. And 2 negative sign becomes positive sign.
Yeah.
Is that right or no?
I still don't. I don't know how I got minus. I did something.
It's cosine of A plus B, so it's cosine A cosine B minus sine A sine B. So do you have -3/5 and -2/3? Okay, do you have 4/5 and negative square root of 5/3?
I didn't have a negative.
Yeah, the reason why is Devin is right about there's a quadrant 3. Sine of b, that side, this side is a negative square root of 5 because it's below x-axis. Does that make sense?
Did you put square root of 15 as the answer?
Huh?
That's square root of 15.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Square root of 5.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was just on.
Everything else just follow the formula. It's not hard. Just type in. Longest you cannot mess up here. So Devin corrected me, and Shreyas also make mistake. Alexis make mistake there too. Oh no. Negative root 5. Yes or no? Alexis, did you make a mistake on root 5, negative root 5? Yeah, so it's very important. I mean, I'm not like calling you out or whatever. I make mistake, obviously, and Devin called me out. That's fine, because it's really important that we always have to make sure this quadrant to draw is based on the right value. So if you have below x-axis, that y value has to be negative. Is that okay? And on the left side, it has to be negative as well. I have no problem. People make mistake. People make mistake is okay. If you try, you make mistake, that's fine. I think nothing embarrassing about people make mistake. I make mistake. I make more mistake than I can count. So it doesn't mean anything. But long as you understand which part you make mistake and how do you fix it. I don't know if Elizabeth found your mistake. Did you multiply? You thought 3 was 5. That's why you get 3.
I just wrote cosine A wrong.
Okay. Does that make sense? Same thing for the second one. I'm just gonna do it really quickly. It double check my mistake though. Sine of A, cosine of B, and plus minus cosine of A, sine of B. So if you write so many times, you memorize the formula. So what is sine of A again? It's a 4 over 5, right? And what is cosine of B? Negative 2 over 3. Is that okay? What is cosine of A? Okay, what is sine of B? What is it? Negative root 5 over 3. Good. So then therefore it's going to be 15. Negative A. And there's 3 negative signs, so minus 3 square root of 5. Is that okay? Okay. Cosine 2A, same thing. This one just going to be cosine of square of A minus sine square of A. That's equal to what? That's equal to what? A is what? Negative 3 over 5, right? And this one is 4 over 5, right? And that's equal to 99 over 25 minus 16 over 25.
Straight, that's in B or A.
Something's wrong. Hold on a second. Something's wrong. Hold on a second. 4 over 5 is cosine, yeah. Minus, this is square, this is square. This one's 9, yeah, this one's gonna be negative 7 over 25. Sine A. You talking about this one?
No, on C.
On C is sine square of A. Okay, so we're gonna talk about stuff today. Okay, so the stuff today we're gonna talk about is solving trig equation. So solve trig equation. Okay, compare with the multiplication situation. So we start with compare. Multiplication is like multiplication table. So multiplication table. Is equal to unit circle. Okay, that's exactly the same. Same situation. You just memorize everything. But what is the exact value? So exact value is like asking what is sine of pi over 3? So Nali, what's sine of pi over 3? What? Are you sure? Okay. You're right. I was trying to trick you. So this is like same thing as like times 3 times 7. Same situation because you don't want to have to go back and look at unit circle and figure out what is 3 times 1, 3 times 2, 3 times 3. You know it's 3 times 7. What is the possible next one? Tangent inverse of let's say negative square root 3. Julian, do you know what tangent inverse of negative square root 3 is? I'm asking him, that doesn't mean you don't have to think.
Pi over 3.
Perfect. Negative pi over 3. It's like same thing as saying asking like this. Hey, 42 is equal to what number times 7? So I restrict it in such a way that you can only have one answer on the right boundaries. Is that okay? Same situation. How many of you guys don't know is negative pi over 3? Raise your hand if you don't know. You should know. If you gotten this far, you should know this because today is going to be much harder. Okay? So what is the next thing? Next thing is the solving trig equation. And this is the same thing like says 42 equal to what number times what number, right? So how many combination for 42? How many combination? That's one. 1 and 42. 7 and 6. There's one more. 6 and 7. Yes, good. So you got 1, 42, right? 2, 21. 3 times what? 14. And 6 times 7, right? There's all the combinations. So what does solve trig equation look like? Solve trig equation is like this. Sine of theta is equal to negative square root 3 over 2. What is a theta? Yes, what kind of angle is going to give you square root 3 over 2? What did you say? Can you be more specified? Excellent. Theta is equal to pi over 3. Theta is equal to 2 pi over 3. Because anything on the top, that's going to give you exactly square root 3 over 2. Does that make sense? How many people doesn't make sense? So if you have sine of pi over 3, it's going to give you... Oh, hold on a second. It's on the bottom. It's on the bottom. So it should be what? What's on the bottom? 4 pi over 3. So 4 pi over 3. And 5 pi over 3. Thank you. Is that okay? So now this is all the radian can happen. All the radian can happen. That it's going to give you a certain situation. So how many answers are there? Well, actually more than 2. Here's why. Because you're going to say plus 2n pi. Do you remember 2n pi? 2n pi.
Yeah.
No, that was the period of the, that's the period. So what does n stand for? N usually stand for natural number. But in this case, it's any counting number. So it could be like -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Why is that? Because it is reach that answer every single time. So think about it. Second answer can possibly be, this is an infinite amount of answer. This is called a general solution. This is a general solution. Why is it called general solution? Because that's a solution for all kind of situation. Think about it. What happens if I have 11 pi over 3? What is sine of 11 pi over 3? What is sine of 11 pi over 3? -3 over 2. Thank you. It's same thing, right? Because what? You plus 2 pi on a 5 pi over 3. Can I say the same thing for, I don't know, 119 pi over 3? That's the same thing. So there's infinite amount of value. So how do I do this on calculator? How do I do this on decimals? Right? How do I do this on question on decimal? So sine of theta is equal to negative square root 3 over 2. I can move this to the other side. So I can look at it where the answer is. So look at the decimals here. Guys, pay attention. Know how to use decimal because you're going to have to check your answer today. Sine of the x is plus root 3 over 2. Guess what? Sorry. Do you see this answer? 4 pi over 3? 5 pi over 3. Do you see that? Where they cross the x-axis? Do you see that they cross more? 10 pi over 3 and 11 pi over 3. Do you see that they intersect more? Do you see they intersect more amount after that? So that's what's going to be plus 2n pi. It happened every 2n pi. Because if you plus 2 pi on your 4 pi over 3, it's going to give you the next answer. If you plus 4 pi, it's going to give you the next answer. If you plus 6 pi, it's going to be the next answer. So there's infinite amount of answer. That's why you says is theta is equal to 4 pi over 3 plus 2n pi. And theta is equal to 5 pi over 3 plus 2n pi. Does that make sense? Okay. So you guys can solve this kind of problem, right? So what be cosine of theta is equal to -1/2? What do you think theta is? Don't shout it. I'm gonna call on you guys. So you better have your own answer ready. As of right now, I want you to find general solution. Good. If you're good, give me thumbs up. If I know. Good. Okay. So Josiah, can you tell me what is it? 2 pi over 3 and 4 pi over 3. Is that correct? What's missing?
Plus the
2n pi plus 2n pi. N is a number, right? Any whole number. Okay? This is a plus 2n pi. Is that okay? So this is called general solution. Is that okay? Now, if I say I want you to find particular solution, what is particular solution? Yeah, particular solutions within 0 to 2 pi, then your answer is going to be theta is equal to 2 pi over 3 and theta is equal to 4 pi over 3 because they are exactly within 0 to 2 pi. I'll give you a boundary. Most of the time, I will give you boundaries. right? Most of the time, I'll give you a boundary. Yes.
We ever give more than 2 pi?
No, if the boundary I'm giving is usually between 0 to 2 pi, because I just only want to know what happened between 0 to 2 pi. I don't want to know any more. So if I want to know more, I will be plus 2n pi. Is that okay? Okay, so now we're going to deal with a question that's a little bit harder. Now combine with your old knowledge, okay? Growth mindset, that means stop whining. Because you whining, it manifests itself. Okay, maybe that's a little bit too much. Okay, so 2 cosine square of x plus cosine of x minus 1 equal to 0. I want to find the answer between 0 to 2 pi. Okay, I want to find the answer between 0 to 2 pi. How would I do these questions? 2 cosine square of x plus cosine of x minus 1. How would I solve this problem? What can I do? No, don't do that. If you that one, that's actually worse. You like when equations equal to 0. You love when the equation equal to 0.
This might be stupid, so could you do like u substitution?
Okay, so Gia,
You change the cosine x minus 1 to sine.
you're in the next type of question. Not a bad idea. It's good. So the Shreya and the Caleb is provide a very good ideas. One's called U substitution, and the other one's called box method. I personally like box method because this, imagine this is a 2u squared plus u minus 1. This is just u substitutions, right? Just use substitute u, but I have to find out what u is. So I rather do a box method because I can factor this because it's trinomial. Factor. 2 cosine square of x negative 1 cosine of x, right? This is 2 cosine of x. This is cosine of x. Does that make sense? Let's go back to factoring. And this 1 times 1, does that equal to negative 1? No, but that's okay. We're going to figure out which one need to be negative. 2 cosine of x, cosine of x. Which one need to be negative in order to get positive cosine of x? What? Cosine of x. Good. And this one must be negative, right? Is this okay? So that becomes 2 cosine of x minus 1 times cosine of x plus 1 is equal to 0. Am I going too fast?
Yes.
I would say.
I can go faster.
You've proven this. No one's like arguing that. Can you do the u substitution next?
Yeah, I'll show you, but it's same thing. It's much easier. It's much easier to do this way because you don't have to think about it. This one is going to be minus 1 equal to 0. 2 cosine of x equal to 1. Cosine of x equal to 1/2. Guess what? You don't stop here. You're going to keep on continuous going. When does cosine of x equal to 1/2? X must be what? X must be what? Pi over 3, good. And the x must be what? 5 pi over 3, good. When does cosine of x plus 1 equal to 0? That means cosine of x equal to negative 1. When does cosine of x equal to negative 1? Pi is correct. How many answers are there? 1, 2, 3. How do I know if I did my homework correctly? But what do you type in? What do you type in on Desmos?
But equal to
There's no equal sign. Don't do equal sign. Just make sure everything's on the other side. Just make sure the other side. But if you show me the answer, I don't approve. Because I want you to do it. I want you only check the answer. So be 2 cosine square of x. I just show you how to do it to check your answer. Was it minus cosine of x or plus cosine of x? Is it plus? And the minus 2? -2 or -1? -1, that's it. Okay, let's click on it. Pi over 3.
That's a weird looking.
Pi over pi. Pi over 3. Is that the answer what we got? That's how you check your answer. Do not graph equal sign. Because you graph equal sign, what happen?
You can't click on the number.
On SAT, please make sure everything is your next week. Whoever taking SAT next week, would raise your hand. Okay. Do not ever set equal to 0. It's always, you always set equal to 0, but do not graph equal to 0. Is that okay? Because you cannot click on that. Simple equation you can click on that. Complex equation you cannot click on it. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was taking a practice test. I tried to click on it, like wouldn't let me. I was so confused.
Yeah, because I tried to tell you equal to 0. Do not plug in a graph equal to 0. Just do it without equal to 0. Is that okay? You want to try one?
You still do with the
Wait, Mr. J, go up a little bit.
Okay. Shh. Can I do u substitution? Yes. It'd be 2u squared plus u minus 1 equal to 0. You still have to do a box, except just much less. This one's going to be 2u, and this is a 1 and 1, and this is a 2u, and this is going to be negative. So 2u minus 1 times u plus 1, and now you're going to set it back. So same thing, right? Same thing. Same thing, you're going to go to here. Is that okay? I personally, u substitution, I'll go to like when you go to next year. Calculus will be more useful.
Wait, does it matter which one you use?
I mean, either way, as long as you get an answer, I don't care. Long as you cannot use calculator to get an answer on your homework. But you can use calculator to check your answers.
Wait, Mr. You know on the AP exam there's like a calculator section?
Mm-hmm.
Would this be one of the questions that would be on the
No, they will be. This will be on the non-calculator section.
Like, have we learned questions that would be on the calculator section?
We will go over that. We're not worried about AP exam. We worry about your foundation, your SAT skill. We worry about all that. By the time April, we're just gonna focus on just straight on AP exam. But right now, I'm not worried about that part. If you understand this, you'll be fine. So find. Oh, so this is square, not fourth. Sorry, this should be square. That's not fourth.
Yeah, let's see.
Two way to do this. Let's figure out if you can figure out. Let's see if you guys can figure out. Should I give you a clue or no? No clue. Okay.
Is it actually useful?
You're kidding.
Or are you just gonna like speak gibberish?
Two sides.
I will tell you if you got two answers, you're wrong. And things that you probably make an algebra mistake.
You have to factor it. Not crazy.
You can factor this.
Can or should?
You can. It's two ways. Factor is one way. It's actually a better way.
Is it the
Is it still
Okay.
from,
That's the better way. Yes.
is it still from 0 to 2 pi?
Yes. Still 0 to 2 pi. Good.
Mm.
I'll give you a clue. You're supposed to get 4 answers, and there is a reason why you got 2 answers too.
Wait, 4 answers?
Did you got 2?
No.
You got 4?
I need to finish it.
Okay. How many guys got it all four? One?
If you give me one more.
Two? Okay, nice. Sonali, good job. Yup, okay. Kennedy, good job. Check on the decimal, see if your answer is right. Alexis, very good. Luke got it too. Very nice.
Yeah.
Cole, you got it?
Yeah, I was just checking.
Devin? No? Okay. Anthony?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
I'll try to get the way easier. Does it matter, like, if we said, like, would it matter if we put, instead of, like, 11 pi over 6, if we put negative pi over 6, or?
It does between 0 to 2 pi. So you should not have a negative pi. So that's how I restrict them. So let's talk about how many ways to approach this, right? So can I factor this? Of course. Think about this as 4u squared minus 1. This is a better way, I promise you, actually. So actually, I'm going to do box method. Believe it or not, this is actually good because there's no middle term. So therefore, which two things times equal to 4 sine square x? 2 sine of x and 2 sine of x, right? And this is 1 and 1. Which one need to be negative? Actually, it doesn't matter, right? Because this is going to be negative 2 sine of x, positive 2 sine of x. Guess what? 2 sine of x plus 1, and this 2 sine of x minus 1. 2 sine of x is equal to negative 1. Sine of x equal to 1 half. Sine of x equal to negative 1 half, positive 1 half. So therefore, x is equal to what? Pi over 6. And what? This one is x equal to, 11 pi over 6. 7 pi over 6. This is x is equal to pi over 6. And x equal to 5 pi over 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense? Now, what happened if you do it the other way? Why you don't get the other answer? This one becomes 1, and sine square of x equal to 1 over 4. How many people did this way?
I started that and then I gave up.
Okay, so this is what the problem. If you square root both sides, you're going to have sine of x, and this is going to be 1 half. And you only have positive 1 half because you forgot. When you square root both sides, you must have what? Plus minus, right? So that's why you have sine of x equal to 1 half and sine of x equal to 1 half. So it's better to do a less risk way because that's factorable. Pretty much everything's factorable.
Mystery, which way is the less risk?
This way, on the green part. This is more risk, right? Because you forgot a plus minus. Guess what? You show two answers. Are we okay here? Is this okay or no? Okay, so let's give you some more tricky one.
Oh my god.
Okay, so cosecant square of x minus 2. Ayla, you need to get the glasses. You forgot them every day.
Most of the time, it's just gonna be
I can't stand just people keep on arguing and just get your shit done. I don't know why you spend time arguing. Just bring new glasses. This question is kind of interesting, right? So, can I still move the 2 to the other side? Just say if I don't know how to factor this. This is actually factorable, believe it or not. This is actually factorable. How would I factor this? Yup, what do you say? Different squares. So what would be the factor?
Secant x and -2 over
Almost. Minus what?
minus 1.
No. Think about what square it's going to give you 2. Thank you. Good job. Now, don't tell me that I try on a homework because you're smart enough. You're definitely smart enough. If you told me that I try, definitely going to call you out. So, yes, you can actually factor this. So it can be cosecant of x minus root 2 and cosecant of x plus root 2. Do you see that? And you're like, wait, how do I solve this problem? Let's go ahead and do it. Negative square root of 2 equal to 0. Do you see that? Cosecant of x equal to root 2. Is that okay? X equal to, wait, cosecant is also equal to what? 1 over sine. Can I do 1 over sine of x equal to root 2? Can I solve sine of x? Can I divide it over? What else I need to do? Rationalize. Thank you. So sine of x equal to root 2 over 2. Guess what? That's manageable. What is it?
1/4.
Pi over 4. And what? 2 answers. 1, 2. You can do the other one, right? So CSC of x equal to negative root 2. And that's going to be sine of x eventually equal to negative root 2 over 2. And that's equal to x equal to 7 pi over 4. And x equal to 5 pi over 4. So you get 4 answers, regardless. Am I going too fast? Do you guys understand this or no? Yes or no? A little bit fast?
Mr. Is it normal, like, if we realize that it has 4 solutions, then can we just, like, what if we find to, like, make the connection that there's just gonna be one in every point? Like, does that happen a lot? Or, like, it's not, like,
No.
that common?
Well, this one has 3 solutions.
Is there a way to, like, identify?
No, math, you just have to keep, like, you cannot just say, okay, let's say, is your debate coach is always going to give you the same debate topic. It's not, right? Or similar pattern of debate. No, every time this question can change, right? If you're doing debate. If you're doing any type of situation, math problem cannot always say it's always this way. No, things can change. Now, do I prefer difference of square? Yes, I prefer difference of square rather than moving to the other side and square root both sides. You're gonna get same exact answer, by the way, but the problem is it might not be the best one. Okay.
Wait.
So let's talk about Gia suggestion earlier.
You're good.
Okay, what's wrong with this one? There's a mixture of sine and cosine. No, that doesn't mean tangent. What would be a good suggestion? I know Gia knows the answer, but I need other people than Gia to tell me what would be a good suggestion to make sure that some type of modification here, and I can do this problem.
both get just to one side. It's gonna take one cosine side.
Right. So do you see this, right? This is the issue, right? Can you change that to 1 minus sine square of x? Right, and this is 2, right? Do you see that? Plus sine of x. Now everything is termed by what? In terms of sine. So this is going to be 2 minus 2 sine square of x. Is that okay? Plus sine of x minus 1 equal to 0. And this is minus 2 sine square of x plus sine of x. I think that's going to be plus 1 equal to 0. Now here's a quick way to do it. I don't like my leading coefficient to be negative. There's a way to round it. How do I do it around it? Two ways. I can move everything to the right side, or I can multiply everything by negative 1. Because that's going to be 2 sine square of x minus sine of x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now it becomes manageable, right? That's the same question as before, factor. So just the step from here to here is slightly changed because we have a cosine square mixture with sine of x.
Where did the 2 on the left go?
Yeah, where did why the one you combine?
You combine 2 minus 1 is 1.
Oh.
The third step, right, before you multiply by negative one.
Negative one of the side.
You see, those two ones right there? Oh, the third blue one. Why is it must?
It's other because you combine the two with the new one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, do you know how to finish from here? You can finish from here, right? I'll finish it up just for the video purpose. You gotta finish at home.
Obviously, I went earlier, like the second. No, like before that one.
So I need to practice the math question more.
The homework is already posted.
That one I used difference of squares. I'm gonna 2 sine x minus 1 to sine x plus 1. Then you could do that, right? Because I don't know the
Yeah,
coefficient.
because that's a factor.
Okay.
Factor is a factor, yes.
Did you add all of these pennant flags today? These pennant flags?
I always have them, but I just
You put them on the wall today?
those, yeah, I have more. I gotta put on. Why?
Oh, I was just wondering.
I'm not gonna be here Friday for a water polo tournament.
Okay. If I were you, I'll prepare Thursday afternoon.
Okay.
At worst, you can do Monday, but you're gonna forget stuff.
And your stream.
Okay.
Thank you.
You understand today's stuff?